Hi there. Welcome to my horde of hobbies. I wanted to do a little video just kind of giving you an idea of what I plan on doing with this channel and how I got here. Now, I think that I am on the autistic spectrum. I have not been diagnosed, but I think it's pretty certain. Now, I don't think this is a bad thing. In fact, it's what's made this possible in part, and that's why I'm going on to this. It's not going to be what this channel's about, but it's kind of why we're here. When I was a kid, I used to like to gather up large amounts of things, and then I would sort them, and I would put them in the rows, and I would get very upset if somebody messed up with it. Well, I had all kinds of collections and artistic projects, and I did all these things, and I gathered these things, and I collected a lot of things. And then one day, in my adult years, after many years of life have gone by and many things have changed and come back and changed again, then along comes my crash, which I am finding is a relatively common thing with people who are a little older but discover that they're on the spectrum. I had this crash, I think. Suddenly, I stopped doing hobbies. I stopped all of it, pretty much. But I kept collecting. Oh yes, I collected. And so we have my horde of hobbies. So yeah, I have a little bit of stuff. All of these boxes and stuff have stuff. Models and figures. And there's some paints down here. We got containers full of paint, tools. But see these, each one of these, you open it up and, oh, would you look at that? It's just full of figures. Full of figures and models. There's some model kits and such too, right? Bits of this, that, and everything. So I am interested in Star Trek, and of course, being the person that I am, I then also, being a modeler, built up this enormous collection of models that one could build of Star Trek ships. This box is completely filled. I don't think this is quite all of them. And even that little guy up at the top there, that's a design that I helped kind of come up with, and I built that out of scratch, basically out of bits of styrene and metal rod, and the engines are the only part that they were part of a model kit, but the rest of it's all built. And then, of course, that's not enough. I've got an interest in dinosaurs. So I have a similar collection of, much like this Stegosaurus, dinosaur model kits. Pretty much all in 1/35th scale. And then ultimately I did get a little bit more complicated with this stuff. Miniatures, I love the miniatures and the science fiction and fantasy stuff. Being an artist, I'm more into the building and painting of the figures, more so than the gameplay. And I started not just collecting the figures, but then looking at how I could put the figures together into diorama, which is basically a setting with a setting piece and characters that are carrying out some kind of a thing, an action. So this is my Tomb of the Leash King. And you see here I have a couple of fighters and downed fighter and some rats, which are going to be the beasties that are attacking him. We have a crypt worm, a leash king, and another skeletal warrior. His sarcophagus, and walls, which are crumbling, and stone, And I have this gravel and bits that I can use to make it look like there's things broken about. So on, some rubble to make an entire setting. This did become pretty involved. Well, and here you can see a smattering of the beasties that I've built and painted over time. Some of them, anyways. I've got a lot of it back in storage as well. And back here's Allosaurus in 1/35th scale. The human is in scale with the Allosaurus. And here's my fingers to give you an impression of the size of these things. And as you can see, I have a widely varied collection of old, interesting guitars and other stringed musical instruments, including a number of instruments such as this one that were made by R.S. Williams and Sons in Toronto, Ontario, which I have a particular interest in. I've always kind of thought I would love to set up some kind of a informational outlet, like a website museum or something of that sort, but I don't really have the cash to do that at the moment. It's one of those things that's kind of on the back burner. I also have an interest in gardening. Bit of a dull day, but gives us something constructive to do outside and saves us a decent little bit of money too. And there you have it. My hoard of hobbies. I have a lot of stuff. Now, I'm probably going to stray a little bit here and there, but I'm going to try and make certain that I do at least 1 or 2 videos a week. I am going to probably start out with a whole lot of show and tell, because like I say, I have a lot of stuff, and I haven't really got my work area set up properly yet, but that will come. And I hope that you enjoy the journey with me. Welcome to my hoard of hobbies.